Hey, what's going on there? YouTube's SEL0320 presenting JVS. I'm back again for another review for The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 6, Who Are You Now? So, two different things. I really had very low expectations of this episode because one, in my head, I was like, how do you fashion a show based on the perspective that 6 years go by and Michonne, Judas, and everybody just led to believe that Rick is dead and Rick would not come back? Like, what does that mean? How does that work and translate in the story standpoint? The other side of it was like the episode 5 was such in a way that was so semi like a season finale, honestly, that I don't think anybody had any awareness of this episode. That even they were even coming back until next year. So that was the things I was going into this episode. But one thing I'll say is that I thought the new cast members were actually really good. Really intriguing, very different, very versatile. It's interesting seeing where people are. Their hairstyles aren't where it needs to be, but they had to project them being 6 years later. But what they did with Michonne and that sneak peek, like, oh my gosh, that was such an interesting reveal. I knew it when I think it was like episode 4 when like Rick and her were talking about we're gonna start a family. I knew it was gonna happen, but I was like, well, maybe they just didn't get to that point. And then like it was this great reveal, especially with Magna being at the door and like you finally get to see who Magna really is, because she could have easily still continued to do that, you know. Really interesting watching Judith and Negan have a conversation because Judith is smarter than Negan, which is amazing. Judith just as a character is very well refined and developed. Like she picks up parts from Rick, parts from Carl, and definitely parts from Michonne. It's an interesting relationship with her and Judith, because at first I was like, man, like Michonne's just like hardcore, and then they had that really great moment with her and the boy, and I was like, oh man, RJ, wow, that's great. That was so good. What else? Carol and Henry, that was interesting. Like Carol is still who she is. Like she's changed, but she's still who she is. I didn't see Father Gabriel and Rosita being together. That totally threw me completely off. And then what else? Eugene trying to confess his love to Rosita didn't pan out that way. But if you don't know the comics, the Whisperers are coming, and that's all I'm gonna say. And it was a good episode. I actually really dug it. One thing that they did that I don't know if I like that they did it this soon is that they gave an opening for Rick to at least be acknowledged that he is there. Because what did they do? They went and they did the radio that Jada's had before, and if that radio is a transceiver and connects with what's wrong?
I'll tell you finish.
What's wrong?
I'll tell you finish. Finish your thing.
Is he okay?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, I knew that. The radio transceiver is a good gateway to be able to connect to Rick. But I don't know what that means, because now, like, am I gonna be waiting all season or seasons for Michonne to get some kind of acknowledgement that Rick's still alive? And then if he does, like, Andrew Nick has already acknowledged that he's not gonna be back on this show. So I don't know how the movie's gonna pan out, but I don't know. I'm really confused by that. But either way, hopefully y'all enjoyed this review. Good episode. I actually enjoyed it, surprisingly. And let's see what happens next week. Keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Stay tuned for the reaction. Peace, guys.